know that you real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just wanna fall
That's all you
so
about 5 minutes.
Waiting and to play with. I raised my children up to say the same shit. Dear Lord, I hope you hear my prayers, because we really, really need you down here. From all the pain that we going through, we know that you're real, so can you fall through? Father, have mercy when we call on you. But I just wanna fall on you, to show the devils you ain't nothing to play with. I raised my children up to say the same shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Come on, West.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Rocking this shit. Yeah.
Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Man, this shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 VJ. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, I'm working. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, they be turgid. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'm gonna back up and I'm gonna hit his ass with this virus. And I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas, we eat. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say, all y'all do the street. They all do the street. A nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass out the league. He ain't one of us hit the league. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, bitch, I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on them like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we tanks. We form up in ranks. We body bag this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of those slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on, that.
They say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they boss shit.
These niggas better move it caution. Cause if they make the wrong move it caution. You see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that road shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my devotion. They see me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn right, I brought my army, going up like a rocket. Can't nobody stop me. These niggas garbage, so watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, slithering house, call me mouth, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you cut up. Nothing I can handle. 144 with the booth, going Rambo. Niggas do you dirty like a stick in a bando. That's why I play the corner like a bum with a banjo. I'ma lead by example. Keep on sobbing, got this bitch off the hand, got this juice, got the drip, about to hit the bitch with the salt. It ain't rap, this is salt. Can't taste a bitch unless you with the coke. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it caution. Cause if they make the wrong move it caution. Coming up on my I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling? See, you locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause there's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on his beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fucking scared some. Get the banging on his beat. Till my fucking head numb. Black block, red drum. Black and yellow air ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told you niggas was going up. Doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit.
Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you do in life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right. That's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we stamped it authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move it caution. Cause if they make the wrong move it caution. See me, they like, ooh, keep on shopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop it. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on my devotion.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Nowhere is gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass Ye The Prphets. Like we all come together. Just, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and boy, your ass need to stop it, ass Ye The Prphets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass Ye The Prphets. With step, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no losses, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slaves. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ask Ye The Prphets. That baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. But your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it. Ask Ye The Prphets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass Ye The Prphets. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
ISUPK presents Ask Ye The Prphets weekly podcast.
Every race in the movie.
We are not to trust. We are not to trust the oppressor, and we are not to trust the other.
Send in your questions to AskYeTheProphets@gmail.com or Ask Ye The Prphets on Facebook. And your questions will be answered live every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shalom.
He's speaking of his own.
The white man made himself be the Egyptians and the Israelites. And the Persians. Every race in the movie.
We are not.
Most High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Shalom, Yasha Allah. Shalom, Israel. The water for tuning in to another episode of Ask Ye The Prphets. It's a show where we try to answer your questions, going to different topics and current events all across the board. We've had calls about dreams, calls about visions, calls about somebody used to see the Shield of David, the Magan Dawada in their dreams, didn't understand it, then saw our video and came into the truth. Anything you're going through with your family, you know what I'm saying? Send the question in, and Lord willing, we can get to it. If not that day, definitely send it in before the show so we can get to it live during that show. If we get it during the show, after the show, I'll try to get to it the following week, but I will try to get to it as soon as I receive it. You understand? So any questions you got, you battling your family, they cutting you, and something they saying is wrong. In the spirit, is wrong because you're UPK and you've been in a few classes, and so, but you don't know how to prove it. Just send your questions in. Outside of classes, you can always get your questions answered in class. But if you want, you can send your questions in to AskYeTheProphets@gmail.com, and we'll answer it live on the show. Or you could DM us at Ask Ye The Prophets on Facebook. Got a few announcements, and we are an ISUPK One West production. You understand? Under Commander General Yohana, the only man that kept his sword up and did not put it down, did not fail, and he stood with the Lord through thick and thin when everybody else ran and failed. He held this thing down and made room for us generals to come on through and support him, and then the captains, officers, all the young troopers, man, and we're going to keep this thing going. And we are the home of the truth, you understand? And we are the only ones with the whole truth, nothing but the truth, you understand? Everybody, you might see others that try to mimic us or look like us, but we didn't got reports from people in the world that they could tell they were not us. And that's a good thing, because nobody can match this spirit. You can't not be with us and still think you're the same as us.
Right.
You are not certified to do this job. You understand? And like many men have tried to do the job of the disciples, even in the Bible, you understand, the demons saw them and said, wait a minute, we know the disciples, we know Paul, we know Christ, but we don't know you. You guys are a bunch of fakes, and whoop their ass. You understand?
Right.
And that's what'll happen. That's what has happened. That's what will continue to happen, to pretenders. They try to do this job and they're not certified. They're not ordained. You understand? So my first announcement is, you got Luke 16:10. Pay your tithes. Tithes is the law. It is just as important as not eating pork. Don't think you could walk around all shalom, Yahweh Shem, and know you slighting the Lord on your tithes. The Lord don't need your tithes, but he set up tithes and made it a law to help this government run, to help these schools run. You understand? Commander General Yohana, he don't live in no mansion. He don't have a Benz. He don't have a luxury car. You understand? And he pay bills and help pay bills to all these schools around this country, man. UK, Jamaica, Trinidad, all our countries outside, all the schools outside of the country, man. He's helping paying the bills. He uses that money to keep this nation going, to support these schools and support brothers and sisters when they in need, man. When they in need. So that's what tithes is for. That's what taxes in America is supposed to be for. Where you think they get the tax system from? They get it from our culture of tithing, man.
Right.
10% of anything that you get don't belong to you. It belongs to the Lord. It belongs to the priests of the Lord. You understand? When I say the Lord, I mean AKA the priests of the Lord, to run this nation and to run these schools, man. Right. And so send your tithes in. It is very important. You listen, I might not know you ain't paying your tithes. I might not, Commander General Yohana might not know you ain't paying your tithes, but you know the Most High know.
Right.
And you know the Most High know. And like the scriptures say, he'll put holes in your pockets, man. Right. You'll wonder where all that money you've been holding on to, this money, dipping the Lord, not paying your tithes to do this things you think you need done. This is more important than the tithes. And then you end up not having that either. And you're wondering why. Like, what the hell happened? Why am I so broke? That's because you don't do what you're supposed to do. The Lord ain't blessing you. You understand? Because you're not paying your tithes. Luke 16:10.
Okay. This is the book of Luke, 16 verse 10. He that is faithful in that which is least.
And I know it's only 10%. It's only 10%. $10 out of every $100 you get. That's all.
Right.
$90, the Lord belong to you. You do what the hell you want with, but $10 out of your 100 is his. It don't belong to you. And he said, he that is faithful in that which is least, that little 10%, go ahead,
is faithful also in much.
Is faithful in much, man. You can run the world. You can run the nation. If you're responsible enough to take care of your 10% like he commanded, then hell, you're going to be a great leader in the ISUPK. You're going to be a wonderful and faithful sister up in the ISUPK. You understand? Read.
And he that is unjust in the least.
But he that is unjust in the least, if 10% is too much for your little heart, too much for your little heart. You get $10, you owe the Lord $1. You think, oh, this little dollar, the Lord ain't want this. Let me keep my $10. I ain't going to get a Lord $1. That dollar is more spiritual than you think. You understand? That $1 out of that $10 that you don't want to give because it's only $1. What General Yohana going to do with that dollar? You better put that dollar in an envelope and send it in.
Right.
You better pay your tithes with that dollar because it ain't yours in the first place.
Right.
And why have the Lord bring his wrath and indignation on you for being disobedient as hell over $1? Send it in, man. Do what you want with that $9. But that dollar belongs to the Lord, man. Send it into the ISUPK and it'll be put in the pot with the rest of it. If 1 million people send $1, guess what? Guess how much you got? You understand? Stop shorting yourself, man.
Right.
He that is unjust in the least, go ahead,
is unjust also in much.
It's impossible for you to be a proper leader like you think you are, like you say you are. You tell brothers you lead. Oh man, we are 10 toes deep in this truth, man. I die for my brothers. I ride for my brothers. If you ain't paying tithes, you lying to yourself. If you can't pay tithes, You ain't gonna die for a goddamn person, man. You ain't gonna put your life on the line for nobody if you can't pay 10%. Come on now. Obey, man.
Right.
The Lord said, he that breaketh the least of these commandments have broken them all. You understand? I don't eat pork. I follow all the dietary commandments. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't do that. Oh, but I'm kind of tight. I can't really pay tithes. I don't get that much in my paycheck. Nigga, you a sinner.
Right.
You as bad as these Christians out here.
Right.
You understand? So pay tithes, all right? Next thing, if you could post that link up whenever you get a chance, I buy it. ISUPK Philadelphia is having a bingo fundraiser. It is going to be Sunday, September 11th, 2022 at 1 p.m. in the ISUPK Philadelphia School. Y'all know where it's at. Look it up, 41 Garrett Road, the Philly School. You understand? It's going to be a day of bingo to raise funds for the school, for the nation. You understand? I'm reading what was posted on the site. Y'all go check out the site. The sister says shalom. She salutes to Israel. She says, come on out and join us for a fun day of bingo and win some great gifts. The donation cost to enter $20 to attend. Now that may seem like a bit much, but what, you're going to play 10 games of bingo, maybe even more. I mean, if you got time, why not? 10 games of bingo. Everybody get their board. It's enough room, from what I heard, was about 34 to 36 seats available, till the school is in, its capacity. So get your tickets early, because from what I understand, some of the seats have been sold already. They're not at 34 or 36 anymore. It's going down. So whoever's interested, man, check out the link. The link is up. Okay. Check out the link that Abad just posted. You understand? Go to the Facebook and click on if you're interested. Click on if you're definitely going. It's once again, it's at Philadelphia. There's going to be snacks provided, soft drinks provided. Of course, you can bring your own bag. You can bring your own brew. You can bring your own drinks. BYOB. You understand? We ain't Christian. You understand? We don't believe it's the devil's nectar. We know it's in the Bible and it's okay, right, to drink. You understand? Also, they talked me into making my curry chicken rice and peas, which I get great reviews on, man. Brothers and sisters alike love it. You know what I'm saying? I'll make a good jerk too, but I think this one just gonna be the curry. So, and listen, the curry chicken I make and the rice and peas alone is worth your $20 donation. You understand? So then you get to have fun with the brotherhood and play that bingo, win you some prizes. You know what I'm saying? Right. Sister trying to put it together to do something, to enhance this brotherhood and sisterhood in the nation. And all the schools should be doing these things, man. Little small events, you know what I'm saying, to getting together. Any city could come to any city, but you know what I'm saying? Let's do things like this. It's good to have. I know the brothers in Philly, they do a lot of things together too, man, hanging out and doing things to enhance this brotherhood. What does it say? Get the tickets early. Like I said, 36 spots. Any brother or sister not participating can make a donation towards the food, towards the drinks, and toward the supplies needed to kick off the event. Anything would be appreciated. The water. You can send all your donations to Cash App, $Ratazabath on Cash App. Please specify what your donation is for. And she says the water. So that's it. We're going to be getting it on the bingo in September. Next announcement is for clothings and the food donation. I know a lot of brothers and sisters, man, they have a ton of clothes. They don't wear no more. Older clothes, still in nice condition, clothes that their kids grow out of, shoes and sneakers and all those things. They're still nice. They bag them up or box them up and send them to that damn Salvation Army. Well, the ISUPK is a nonprofit just like the Salvation Army. You understand? And we continuously send in barrels of food over to our brothers and sisters over in Haiti, man, and over in Jamaica and over in Trinidad and all the different countries and islands, man. So stop sending your clothing and things you done with, your toys, all them type things. Don't send them to the Salvation Army and give them the goodwill no more. Box them up nice, bag them up, and contact one of the schools at ISUPK. Get them to the nearest ISUPK location near you, or make a
Right.
phone call one of the brothers, man, and they'll make arrangements to come pick them things up so we can get these things to our brothers and sisters who desperately need them, man. Haiti, Trinidad, Jamaica, you understand? Toothbrush, he got toothbrushes, soap, and small kids' clothing and shoes, man. All them things is necessary. Non-perishable, of course, because it got to travel. You understand? You got canned goods and different things, non-perishable items that our brothers and sisters could use. We the only ones loving them, man. Nobody else loves them. Nobody else is caring for them. But they constantly on our mind because they are family that we ordered to put together in these last days, man. And it's a beautiful thing when you see them come together.
Right.
So without further ado, the first story I got here. Give me that Sean P. Diddy, Puff Daddy story. This is a pretty decent story. This happened at the BET Awards. Mm-hmm.
This is from the Shadow League.
It's for all you hip hop heads and all you that's into the entertainers and what's going on in their world. Puff Daddy did something real special that I wasn't expecting from him. You understand? But we'll see what's up.
Seen P. Diddy combs
Sean.
Oh, Sean. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sean P. Diddy Combs pledges $1 million to Howard and Deion Sanders Jr. JSU football.
So Puff Daddy said he gonna give $1 million to Howard University because I think he attended Howard. I believe, I ain't sure, but I believe he attended Howard, and from there went on doing interns and whatnot and became who he is. And he's going to donate $1 million to Deion Sanders, man, Jackson State University. That team, that football team where all the top-notch black athletes are transferring to, trying to return back to their blackness, man, and support black instead of being great on white football teams and universities. Deion Sanders talked these brothers into coming and getting down with him, man. And they're going to be a powerhouse team, and they still transferring to his team. Now let's open it up, man. Once he get his team built, he should help other schools, man, make a power team in their HBCUs. All the black colleges, man, can be the best football teams out there slaughtering these white Ivy League teams. You understand? And then the money should start pouring into these colleges and universities. You understand? Because they've been neglecting them forever. That's why nobody's been going to them. But now in these last days, the Lord said the man of sin going to be revealed. And even Christians, even regular cats in the street is seeing that this devil do not love us, and ain't nothing we can do to make him love us. And a lot of them, getting smart to that. And they say to hell with these white schools, man. They don't appreciate a goddamn thing. These people will never love us. I'm gonna go support my black colleges, man, and show my greatness over there. I don't care about all the prestige and all the money and all the wonderful things and facilities that these rich colleges got. I'm gonna go support the black colleges until we got just as good as facilities, man.
Right.
You understand? And that's the way to go. Shout out to Puff Daddy. Let me give him a hand. Because that's a good thing. Read some of the story.
Okay. Because we should play for us. That's what the title says.
Uh-huh. And he's right. We should play for us. The hell you get the best. And that's always been what keeps America going, man. It keeps white businesses flourishing because the best of us, they get to make their money, to make their pockets big. You understand? To make them look great. They get the best of us. And now the best of us are starting to say, wait a minute. What am I doing, man? we've been making these people great forever, man. And they don't appreciate it. They still racist. Hell, the NFL, they say is like a goddamn plantation. You understand? The trials they put you through and the way they treat you, trying to make that goddamn team, and they know you want it. So they use that, man. They use that, man, and make you into slaves. You understand? And so now the best of us, some of the best of us at least, is starting to wake up and say, I'm gonna do for my people, man. I'm gonna support black, and I'm gonna try to make black great again. Go ahead.
Music Mongo, Sean Combs, aka Puff Daddy, aka P. Diddy, aka Diddy Love, has made some great contributions to the world of music.
And they say Biggie Smalls gave him that name. What's up, Diddy? Diddy P, Diddy P, Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And Biggie Smalls had so much charisma and flavor. He was a Benjamite. Had so much charisma and flavor. You know what I mean? Puff Daddy knew he had to roll with that. And that became his name. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy. You understand? Read.
Has made some great contributions to the world of music, fashion, and libations.
Mm-hmm.
He even won the
which is drinks. He got alcohol. He produces some alcohol and has it on the market. Go ahead.
He even won a
Did it say libations?
libations.
Okay, no sweat. Good.
He even won a BET Lifetime Achievement Award this week.
Mm-hmm. Which was a couple of, not yesterday, but I mean, not this past Sunday, but the Sunday before. Go ahead.
The former Uptown Music intern turned Bad Boys Records CEO has been at the top of the entrepreneurial mountain for nearly 30 years.
30 years in this hip hop game, man. You understand? He probably learned how to be vicious, because I know you got to be vicious in that whole world, that entertainment world. You got to be a vicious cat, man. Got to learn all the dirty little tricks and the slime ball tricks. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure he did dirt to get ahead in this world, like anyone will have to in Satan's kingdom. To get ahead, man, you got to cut a lot of backdoor, backstabbing deals. Go ahead.
The former Howard University student completed 2 years at the legendary HBCU before leaving for the internship with Uptown Records that changed his life.
Okay, so he did it in Howard. That's why he donated $1 million to them. Go ahead.
Known as a trendsetter, Diddy loves the spotlight and the opportunity to show his staying power.
Uh-huh.
During his acceptance speech at the BET Awards, Diddy thanked a ton of folks who helped along his incredible journey. The Can't Stop, Won't Stop producer even pledged some cash to his HBCU alma mater, and to Deion Sanders and Jackson State Tigers football program. I want to donate $1 million to Howard University. Also, I'm going to drop another $1 million on Deion Sanders and Jackson State, because we should play for us.
That's right. Let's read that again.
I want to donate $1 million to Howard University. Also, I'm going to drop another $1 million on Deion Sanders and Jackson State, because we should play for us.
Damn right. That's some good words. That's some good words. Out of all he done, this was something good that he did here, that he's doing or plan on doing. You know what I'm saying? Helping Deion Sanders build that black university. And I hope it spread. It should spread. To other universities should start doing the same thing, and other players who maybe don't want to go to Jackson State, maybe it's too far, they should find a HBCU, a black university, and go there, man, and use their skills there. They should do it, man. Should start going this way. Once again, the Lord said the man of sin going to be revealed.
Right.
And some people is waking up to the fact that the hell with these people, man. I ain't got to be around these people and kiss these people's behind. You know, so just for them to still treat me like I ain't nothing. They know I'm the best. They know I'm the best. That's why they got me here. But still, white people, they won't let you know they know you're the best. You understand? They won't give you what you deserve for being the best. They look at you like money for them. You like a bank account for them. They ain't seeing you on making you great. You understand? They seeing you on being great and letting you shine to the public. But all the benefits from it, he want to put in his pocket. He want to stash that in his bank account. You understand? And black people are seeing that these people are not for us. They're not for our best interests. You understand? So why not go? Because you're going to still be great. You're going to go to this black college and still run just as fast and still do all the great things you do. Is just that you're going to build up the prestige. You understand? You're going to build up the notoriety of this black college, man. And that's what should happen. That's what should happen, because black colleges have been failing, man. They say Howard full of roaches and all that, man, because ain't no money going into it, man. Or the money that's going into it ain't being spent the right way. Now, if you get some money over there, get some proper management, you understand, make Howard University great like it was. You understand, like it's supposed to be. Jackson State University, I know Deion Sanders ain't letting a bunch of roaches run through his gym. You understand? So that, you know, and it's going to be more funding and more people helping and sending funds, man. and making it great. That's what everybody should be doing, man. Sending to build these universities up.
Right.
That's one of the second most important things to do in life as a black and brown person, to help black people come up and black businesses and things come up. The first thing you should be doing is supporting the ISUPK.
Right.
Don't let me forget that.
Right.
You understand? You should be, Puff Daddy should be sending money to the ISUPK also. And Deion Sanders also. They all should be supporting the ISUPK so that the Lord can bless them and all the things that they do. You understand?
Right.
But again, they making baby steps. You understand? Making baby steps, Lord willing. And everybody done heard of us. I done heard a lot of Christians, man, organizations I buy, teaching things that Christians ain't never taught before and saying things that I saw an Arab battling a Christian. I think the Christian was Haitian. He had a heavy Haitian type accent, and the Muslim was an actual Arab. You know what I'm saying? And they was in this thing called Preacher's Corner or something. They was on the street somewhere. I don't know where. I saw a piece of it. And the Muslim who worships stones, you know what I'm saying, and got a book called the Quran that God never wrote. It ain't prophetic. It ain't got nothing heavy in there. But he was cutting this Christian in the Bible because this Christian ain't know a goddamn thing. Like all of them. The Arab said, listen, okay, you believe in your Jesus, right? He said, the Christian said, you don't love Jesus. Why you talk against Jesus? He said, I'm not talking against Jesus. But you say you love Jesus, right? Is Jesus God? He said, yes, Jesus is God. Jesus is God? Okay, so who you pray to? And he went and he said, he opened the Bible. He said, so what does this mean if Jesus is God? He said, because you got to pray to God and God did this. I forget exactly what he said, but it was the whole Jesus is God thing. He said, why did this say he was the son of, no, I think the Christian said, yes, he was the son of God. Wait. Then he said, oh, you said he was the son of God, but a few minutes ago you said he was God. You said he was God. Does the Bible have mistakes? And the Christian just couldn't defend it. Although we'd have slaughtered him. No, it ain't got no mistakes. Show me the mistakes. And we'd have went into that book, but the Christian ended up not wanting to go into the Bible no more. The Arabs, he said, why you don't want to go in your book? You believe in the Bible? How come you don't want to go in your book? Oh, it was ridiculous. That this idol worshiper was shaming this old Christian idol worshiper. You know what I'm saying? It was a mess. But even sinners can confound Christians now. And they didn't used to do that before the ISUPK. Right. They didn't used to know how to catch Christians and cut them on certain things. Right. You understand? Well, we done taught the world how to slice and dice these Christians. We done taught the world how to slice and dice them Muslims. You understand? We would have made both of them cry. Both of them would have been sitting on the side, shutting their mouth, because we'd have had the Quran and the Bible open, and they wouldn't have understood a damn. They'd have been seeing scriptures in their own book for the first time. Right. You understand? So it was amazing to see. It was amazing to see, but it's a great thing what Puff Daddy doing. But everybody need to pay homage to the ISUPK, man. Right. We are the home of truth. You understand? So what was I? Let me see. Was I done with P Diddy or? All right, no sweat. So let's go to the next one. So shout out again to Puff Daddy. Good thing he doing, sending that $1 million. But hell, you need to get a few of them millions and put ISUPK on that check. You understand? And send it on over. Our brothers and sisters could use the help. You understand? We need to get to more countries. We need to go help. We need to help Haiti, man. We need to help Haiti. We need to help our brothers in Trinidad, Jamaica, the UK. You understand? Canada. We need to help our brothers and sisters. We got starting. Got a couple of students. Excuse me, in I think Puerto Rico. You understand? A couple of students in Brazil. You understand? We need that. We need them funds to go do this work. You understand? Read get me what's next? Get that one about Caesar Emmanuel, a Black Ink.
Come. Black Ink, sir.
Mm-hmm. Should say Caesar Emmanuel, I believe. Yeah. No, that's the Black dude. I think it's before that.
Come. Maybe I can pull it up. Let me double check. So,
come. That's your messenger?
Right here. Come. I'm gonna double check.
No sweat. Let me make sure I sent it to you. I'm pretty sure, but let me check anyway. All right, Ibad Haya. You see it at all?
Hold on, sir.
Fox News. Okay, this P. Diddy. Black Jews. Oh, I don't see it either here. All right, give me 1 second. I'll send it to you right now. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Boop. Send to Ibad. Sent. All right, it should be coming up in a second.
Okay. Got it, sir.
All right. Everybody might be familiar with that TV show Black Ink, where they do the tattoos, which is unlawful, but it's a show about doing the tattoos. You understand? And this cat Caesar, I think his show was the first show from New York. He had I think he had a shop down in Harlem, then moved to I think he in the Bronx or something now, or Brooklyn or something. I think the shop in Harlem got shut down. You understand? He made TMZ recently. Read it when you got it.
This is from TMZ. Black Ink Crew. Seizure Emmanuel fired due to dog abuse video.
Due to dog abuse video. So he's fired. He's fired for abusing dogs. You understand? Which remind me of the whole Michael Vick thing. Michael Vick got suspended and punished for having a whole dog fighting ring. Now, you know, I love animals myself. I love dogs, and I hate to see them biting each other and fighting like that. I don't like that myself. You understand? But the world seems to go crazy when people when people had these dogs fighting. A lot more crazy than they go over people murdering each other. Right. You understand? Over human beings getting murdered. You understand? Over black people getting shot down every day. Police or shoot us before they shoot a dog. Right. You understand? I saw police put out a gun on a dog that was loose and just, you know, he was just ready just in case the dog ran and tried to bite him, but he didn't want to shoot the dog unless the dog come trying to bite him. Meanwhile, we get shot in the back 60 times running away.
Right.
Running away, posing no threat. You understand? They love the dogs more than they love black and brown people in this kingdom, man. In Satan's kingdom, the dog got more rights than us. The damn beached whale get more love than us. The horse that fall in a pit get more love than us.
Right.
You understand? The deer that get trapped in the net, you understand, got his legs and his damn antlers caught up in the damn gate. They get more love and tenderness and make the news and go viral because all the love, all the heathens show him cutting the wire from his antlers and giving him room and trying to help him back up and trying to feed him so he can get back on his feet so he can go back free. They got more love for the goddamn deer. They do got some beautiful antelopes though. You know what I'm saying? They do got some beautiful horns on them. You understand? So, but they get more love to the animal than they do to the children of God. Right. And that ain't by accident. Read on a little bit.
Karawakan. Caesar's lawyer, Walter Mosley, tells TMZ there is no police involvement. The video is old. It was a shot at his residence in Atlanta during COVID.
So the police ain't get a hold of it yet, but because it's on TMZ, you know they looking at it now. Right. You know they looking at it now, and you can go to prison and get fines for abusing these dogs, man. I saw the video. Is it on there? The video? It should be on there somewhere. Okay. It's a small, grainy video, but you can see, you know, he clearly kicking the kicking the bejesus out of it. I think it's his own dog. You understand? It must have made a mess. I think if you click that. Yeah, it's at the bottom. The one at the bottom is the surveillance of his home. I think something happened. The dog got out and made a mess, knocked the cans over or something. I don't know. But they're going to show Caesar kicking the hell out the dog and smashing the trash can against the dog. That's the dog. You see him in the lower right. Now he's going in front of the white car. I ain't sure what he did. I can't see. That's Caesar come out at night. He take the chair. Oh, I forgot about the chair. Smack out. Smack out. He whooping the dog ass with the chair. And that little jester, Esau will lock you out because Esau's a dog himself and he loved them dogs. He loved them dogs. And they got a whole law. They got laws against cruelty to animals.
Right.
So the dog still won. Okay, this is another shot. I think it's some more. Okay. He come over. Look like he got dressed. No. Yeah, look like he got dressed. He come out. Oh yeah, that's like a trash can that the dog must have knocked over or something. Something that he knocked over. Trash barrel. Piss Caesar off. Look at the dog running around. He might be. They say picked the dog up and threw him. Probably disciplining him. Oh shit, he put him in the can. He put the dog in the can. The dog rolled out, can fell, and he jumped back out. That's it. That's enough. So that those little justice, that's really nothing compared to what happens to black and brown people on a daily basis. You understand? But this will make the news and there'll be more sympathy for him, you understand, than how these devils treat us. You see the old man recently just cussed our little boy out on a bike, little 11-year-old. Cussed him out, pushed him off the bike, you understand? But if there was a dog limping or on the ground, hurting or something on this man's property, he would care for that dog. He would try to call and get some help for the dog. Try to, see what's wrong with him. Take him to the hospital and probably pay the vet bill and everything. You understand? But he see a black boy somewhere in there, somewhere he don't like, I don't know, doing something he don't like. I still don't know why the old the old oppressor had a problem with the little boy. You read that story? I forget why or what the whole damn problem was, but he full out attacked our little brother, man. Right. And a lot of this is going on. Saw another video where a sister's jogging, I guess, through an affluent neighborhood. And a white woman is coming up one way. The sister, she's coming up the other way, and the black woman see her coming. The white woman see her coming through the gate. See her jogging, and she get kind of close, jog in front of the white woman. And the white woman smash a glass bottle at her feet. And the sister said, "What the hell?" And she turned around. He said, "You get out of here! You get out of here!" And the sister said, "You out of your damn mind." And she went on jogging, and the white woman said, "You nigger, you nigger." This is where they at with us. You understand? They don't even like the sight of seeing us. And the sister was fine. She was fine and in shape and brown and jogging. But them old devils, boy, all they see is the enemy. While we playing, hating each other and fighting each other, they looking at us like they want us gone and annihilated, man. We better wake up. Right. This is how they feel about us. Meanwhile, the dog gets all the love. The dog gets all the love. Next story.
Okay.
Now it's the black Christian. We're gonna read about a group of Christian Israelites now. These ain't the ones we've been making fun of lately. That's still funny, but this is another group.
What's the title?
A black Jewish leader. Oh, that one. God.
Khan. This is from apnews.com.
And these people, they referred to as black Jewish people. Go ahead.
Khan. Black Jewish leader works to boost community.
Right. So go ahead.
Inclusiveness.
Right. So this brother who's also Jewish, he follows the Jewish religion. You understand? And he is mad, and now he on a whole campaign on trying to make Jewish people love him, trying to make Jewish people be more inclusive. within the Jewish community, trying to make the Jewish community accept niggas in the Jewish community as one of them. You understand that age-old fight of us trying to do whatever we can to kiss the crack of their behind so that they can love us a little bit. Because we just need to be loved by massa. We just need to be loved by our oppressor. Go ahead.
Nat Looney is a black man.
Then his name is Looney. He had the nerve to name be Looney. Go ahead.
Okay. Nat Looney is a black man who grew up in Los Angeles.
Uh-huh.
A descendant of enslaved people from generations ago.
Right. So he's one of us. He's a descendant of the people that came over here on slave ships. Go ahead. The people of the curses, an Israelite, a child of God. Go ahead.
He's also an observant kippah wearing Jew.
Say again.
He's also an observant kippah.
The Jewish people. What's that? Where you at?
Kippah.
Right. Kippah. That's a term. That's a Jewish term, a Yiddish term, meaning he's a black, but he's also following the Jewish religion, the Orthodox Jewish people. Go ahead.
But he doesn't always feel welcome in Jewish spaces.
Right, because they are white people. They are oppressors. And they got a biblical hatred and disdain for us. Now, if they can get rich off you, like a lot of our oppressors do, they'll use whatever talent you got to get rich, and they'll be nice to you for sure. Buy you lunch, everything. Put you in nice hotels, everything. If they can get rich off of you. But if they got no use for you, if you can't make their pockets fat, they don't want you around them. Read.
His skin color sometimes elicits questioning glances, suspicions, and hurtful assumptions. Once he walked into a synagogue dressed for Shabbat services in slacks and a button-down shirt, and was told to go to the kitchen.
Right. So he came in to the synagogue, wearing just a buttoned-up shirt, wearing like dress clothes. You understand? Dress clothes, but wasn't wearing, I guess, the Jewish outfit that they wear and all that black suit with the black hat and the little twisty curls. I don't know, the little two fringes on the jacket. He had a button-down shirt and some slacks, right? And they told him, hey, take him to the kitchen. Told him to go to the kitchen. That's like, look, hide him in the back. Hide him in the back. It's 2022. Go ahead.
The last thing you want to happen when you go to a synagogue to attend a service, Looney said, is to be treated like you don't belong.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a surprise to you, Looney? That's a surprise that white people don't want you near them. Just because you're trying to pray to their God, they still ain't going to love you. Christians been praying to that white Jesus and white God for centuries. Forever, man. And they still burn a cross in your lawn. And they still try to murder you and lynch you. You understand? It ain't never going to happen. You think Jewish people are this? Oh, you believe Jewish people when they say, we're not white, we're Jewish. They're just as stupid as everybody else. Jewish people is one family of the whole Caucasian race.
Right.
They're the same family and bloodline as white Americans, white Russians, white French, white Germans,
right,
white Polish, white Australians, so-called white. The Caucasian, the European Caucasians, man. Jewish people is just another family of them. They all are the children of Esau in the Bible, who is called Edom, who was born red, meaning they got no hue in their skin and their blood shows forth through their skin.
Right.
They're like see-through, a lot of them. That's why they get so red when they're angry, because that blood get to rolling and filling up, and you see it right through their skin. Call them rednecks.
Right.
Call them rednecks. You understand? Go ahead.
Now Looney is in a position to do something about that.
Uh-huh.
After being named to the new role of Director of Community, Safety and Belonging for the Jewish Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Team at the Jewish Federations of North America,
right,
or JFNA, in April, he believes he can channel his painful personal experiences.
He gonna channel all that pain, all that anguish for these racist bastards that he done had to live through. He ain't gonna hate them because of it. He ain't gonna separate from them because of it. He ain't gonna leave them alone because of it. In fact, he's going to try to embrace them harder because of it. Read that line again.
He believes he can channel his painful personal experiences.
So he's going to take all the racism that he done endured, all the hatred he done endured. Go ahead.
into healing divisions and changing perception.
He's going to try to heal them divisions. He's going to try to make them see that I know you've been evil to me and you hate me and you don't want me around you and you think I'm a piece of trash. But look, I want to heal you with love. I still love you. I still love you. I gotta love you. You're one of God's creatures. He's a Christian.
Right.
He's a Christian Jewish black man. You understand? I can't even say he's an Israelite. You understand? He's a Christian Jewish Israelite. And it's sad that no matter what these people do to us, no matter how horrible they treat us, we still try to convince them to change and to love us like we love you. When God created them to be the wicked. They hated them to be, they created them to be against you. He said, 2 nations shall be in thy womb and shall be separated from thy bowels. That's what God said. You can't change that. He said, who can make straight that which I have made crooked? You can't make them straight when God made them to be crooked. He called them the vessels of destruction. No, the vessels of wrath, fitted for destruction. That's what he calls them in Romans. And you trying to change their heart. You trying to change their mind. Please. Come into the ISUPK, loony, and all your friends and your family, if you love them, come learn your real culture, man. Get down with the beards and the boots and the braids. And really embrace your culture. And you'll understand. Give me Revelation 2:9. And understand who these people are that you're trying to chase after and love. I knew a group of cats who used to follow after Jewish traditions. They was a little better than this cat because they wouldn't sit amongst the Jewish people, but they did have a lot of Jewish traditions. But that was just a stepping stone before they came fully into the truth. They looking for the truth, you understand? But they would have Passovers with boiled eggs and like a green lettuce or something. Because that's what Amalek did sometimes. I think the egg had some spirit like Easter, like birth, and the birth of Jesus or some crap like that. And then they would have horseradishes, which, you know, when you bite into a horseradish, you know, your eyes water and your nose snot. It releases some things that kind of burn you and give you a sensation. They think that's because of the struggle of what Jewish people went through. You understand, and the pain of what Jewish people go through. Some of them beat themselves on the back with like a little whip, like Catholics do. Catholics beat themselves for the suffering of Christ. You understand? Some Jewish people do the same thing. It's the same spirit that the Catholics do it, but they say it's just the suffering of Jewish people been through, you know, under the Most High, when that wasn't even them going through that. That was us going through all that pain and all that tribulation. Read Revelation 2:9.
This is the book of Revelation 2, verse 9. I know thy works and tribulation.
And this is Christ. This is Christ saying this to John while he was in a prison called Patmos. You understand? He said, I know thy works, speaking to all Israel. Go ahead.
And tribulation.
And tribulation. He knows how hard we working, trying to survive. He know all the tribulation, which is trouble. He know the trouble we going through, the fight we going through to stay alive in this hell under all of our many oppressors. Go ahead.
And poverty.
And he knows our poverty. He knows they won't let us get ahead. He knows they redline us and blackball us and cut us out and make rules not to rent to us. That's why they want to know your zip code and where you live. That way it gives them a good idea of who you are and where you're from. And they make decisions based on your zip codes, you understand, and where you live. You understand? Because you are the people that are hidden in this world, man. You are the hidden ones. You are the oppressed. He said he knows your poverty. Go ahead.
But thou art rich.
But you are still rich, even though you're in poverty, even though you're in hell, even though you're working, scraping and trying to survive, trying to come off the drugs, trying to stay right. But this hell, you know, and you with no answers and being ignorant, you just turn to the worst. You understand? The Lord knows you're going through all these things, and he still said you're rich. But thou art rich. Why would he say you're rich? Go ahead.
And I know the blasphemy.
He knows you're rich because there's a blasphemy on this earth that's causing you to be poor, impoverished. There's a blasphemy going on this earth that's causing you to go through all this trouble. There's a blasphemy going on this earth that's causing you to go through the tribulation. And what does it say the first word? I know that the works, making you work triple times as hard as your oppressors and everybody around you, and you receive the least benefits. You receive the least benefits, even though you work triply hard than all of them.
Right.
You understand? There's a blasphemy on the earth been going on, that's causing all of this. Go ahead.
Which say they are Jews.
He knows the blasphemy of the people that say they are Jews. Go ahead.
And are not.
But they are not Jews, because you are the real Jews.
Right.
Black and brown man, poor man, impoverished man, man that's going through tribulation, man that's working harder than anybody else on the earth, yet they call you lazy. They call you lazy when you cleaning their floors,
right,
taking out their trash, answering their phones, shutting off their lights. You understand? But you the lazy one. Fixing their cars and automobiles, watching their babies, but you the lazy one. You understand? This is how they treat us. That's how they treat us, and able to get away with it because our culture has been stripped from us. Jeremiah said, thou shalt discontinue from thine heritage. And these people are the ones that stole it, the ones that say they are Jews and are not. And that's who Looney's following. That's who Looney's trying to get down with, the very people who stole his royalty,
right,
the very people who stole what's glorious to him. He chasing behind them, trying to find glory, but he ain't going to find it with them. If he want his glory, he better come get down with One West.
Right.
ISUPK. That's where you find your glory, black and brown man. It's the only way to get your glory back and get on that road. Read.
Okay. But are the synagogue of Satan.
But are the synagogue of Satan. Christ said they are Satan. Christ calling them the devil.
Right.
We didn't wake up and just say, you know what, we don't like Jewish people. I think we're gonna call them the devil. Now let's find out what we're gonna say when we tell people why. You tell people why, because God called them the devil. Christ called them the devil.
Right.
All of their actions. Devil means deceiver.
Right.
All their actions prove they're the devil. You understand? It ain't hard to see. Read 3 and 9. And then I'm gonna go into a few of these questions on here.
Okay. This is the book of Revelation, 3 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not.
He gonna make them the same people we just talking about. Jewish people. I tell them all the time. I worked with an Edomite, right? I had to work with him. I did security, and we did little separate jobs on the slavery I was on. And he knew I was an Israelite, everything. And he was like, he did music. So back then, there was a brother in the truth named Haradapia who was doing music in the school and doing events. And so I introduced them because this Edomite, he was able to put together events and come to events, and he could, get the school some funds, with these events. So I introduced them, you know what I'm saying? And one day I'm on the slavery with this Edomite. We walk into another building, and the Edomite said, hey, let me ask you a question, man. What's the difference between you guys? Because I'm Jewish. I said, oh, I didn't know you was Jewish. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, I follow Judaism. He said, and he wasn't Amalek. He was a regular Edomite that just decided to be Jewish, right? Follow the Jewish people. He said, yeah, I'm Jewish, right? And so what's the difference between Jewish people and you Israelites? I said, okay. I said, this is the difference. I said, your shirt, he had on a red shirt or something. I said, your shirt, right? It's red. He said, yeah. I said, now, if your shirt was reddish, it wouldn't be red no more, right? He said, oh, I gotcha. I said, that's all. That's the only difference is Jewish mean not really a Jew. Wanting to be a Jew, close to being a Jew, really trying to be a Jew, but not a Jew. Israelites believe we are the biblical born ethnic Jews. You understand? Right. He said, okay, I got you. And he never asked me again. He left it alone, and that was that. We did slavery together, no problems. Everything was throughout. You know what I'm saying? And so So what was my point? Goddamn. So my point being, these same Jewish people that lie and committed this blasphemy, and that's what a blasphemy is, an evil, cruel lie. The Lord said in 3 and 9, read it again from the top.
The book of Revelations 3 and verse 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan.
So now, go ahead.
Which say they are Jews and are not.
So the same people that committed this lie, this heinous lie called a blasphemy, and Christ called the synagogue of Satan, he said, I'm gonna do what after synagogue of Satan?
Okay. Which say they are Jews.
Which say they are Jews, but they're not Jews. Go ahead.
And are not.
They're not Jews, man. They're Jewish. They're Jewish. They want to be Jews, in other words. Go ahead.
But do lie.
But do lie. Christ called Jewish people a bunch of liars. Right. The Israelis are liars. Amalek are liars. Go ahead.
Okay.
And that's from the Lord. Go ahead.
Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet.
I will make them to come and worship before your feet. That's their future. Their future is apologizing and being held accountable for their lies and their thievery and their blasphemy and their disrespect. They're going to bow before our feet in apologies until we feel better about it, until we're convinced that they are truly sorry. And it's going to take a whole lot. Read.
Okay. And to know that I have loved thee.
And to do what?
And to know that I have loved thee.
And they're going to know in that day that the King of the Jews, the King of the Jews, our black King, man, our King and our brother and our Savior loves us and don't give a damn about them.
Right.
That's what they're going to find out in that day. That's going to be a beautiful time. Let me hit just a couple questions. I know the two you mentioned. First, give me where Cain. Okay. Give me where Cain was kicked out of the garden. You understand? So the brother, who is this, Kamash One West, he says, Salakia, sir, is there any precepts where there were other people on earth before Adam? This is one good precept, common sense precept. You understand? Adam and Eve, when they were on the earth, they weren't the first two people on the earth. You understand? They weren't the first two people. And this is one of the cuts to show. You ask anybody who tries to say that they were the first two people, you ask them this question, and their brain gonna discompute, will not compute. You understand? Because Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel, of course, had Cain and had Abel. Cain murdered Abel, right? Now, by Christian logic, you understand, if Cain murders Abel, the only people on the earth would be Adam, Eve, and Cain, right? That would be the only people left on the earth if they were the first two people on the earth and the only people at that time, right? What you got?
Okay.
Read this. This is a precept, brother. Shalom. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4, and verse 16.
Uh-huh.
And Cain went out from the presence.
Read before that, when he got kicked out.
Okay. And this is the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 14.
4 and 14 of Genesis. Go ahead.
Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth.
So Cain, when he murdered his brother, he was kicked out of the garden because he disrespected, he disobeyed the Most High. The Most High gave him a shot too. Abel was sacrificing flesh and meat before the Lord, and the Lord accepted that sacrifice, the best of his animals. You understand? Cain, he sacrificed wheat and barley and grain, which the Lord did not like that sacrifice. You understand? And so Cain was mad at Abel because the Lord accepted Abel's sacrifice and not his. So and the Lord told Cain, why are you upset? He said, if you do the right thing, I'm paraphrasing, if you do the right thing, you'll be accepted, man. Right. You'll be down with me just like Abel is. But if you don't do the right thing, do the things I like instead of doing what the hell you want, he said, sin lieth at the door. That's what the Lord told Cain. Right. Instead of doing that and doing the right thing and getting the Lord's love, he said, I'm going to just get rid of Cain. I'm going to just get rid of Abel. I'm going to get rid of him. And he murdered Abel. He murdered his brother and got rid of him. And thought, now the Lord got to accept me. But the Lord ain't got to accept you. You understand? the Lord punished Cain and pushed Cain out of the garden, which the garden was the entire land of Israel.
Right.
All that land of plenty over there in the middle, plenty in the over there in the Middle East with full of oil and used to be good, wonderful things when we was there. That land was producing everything that made us powerful and rich and fed us. Now the heathens got it. Those Jews that say they are Jews and are not, they got a piece of our land of Israel. And then the Arabs over there got a lot of our land, rich off of oil. You understand? The Russians got some of our land over there, rich as hell. All that land over there was the land of Israel, aka the Garden of Eden.
Right.
And Cain was kicked out of it because of his murder, because of his disloyalty and disobedience to the Most High. Go ahead.
Okay.
Read that again. 14.
Okay. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth.
So Cain said to the Most High, thou hast driven me out from the face of the earth. Go ahead.
And from thy face shall I be hid.
And now I'm gonna be hidden from your face, meaning ain't gonna have your protection. Read.
And I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond.
I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond. And that's what Cain was. And listen, the spirit of Cain was born into the earth again through the spirit of Esau.
Wow.
Esau, when he was born, he housed that evil spirit of Cain, of being a fugitive and a vagabond. That's why our oppressor today, aka white people, aka Caucasians, they are fugitives and vagabonds, meaning they have no real home. They have no home. They go from place to place and just become whatever place they're in. White people go to Egypt and become Egyptians. White people go into the jungle and become Tarzan, become the monkey. White people come to go to China and they become Chinese. They start dressing like the Chinese and become Chinese. A lot of Chinese leaders over there are really Edomite descendants. A lot of them Arab leaders are Edomite descendants, some of them. Because Esau then went everywhere and became the people, man. He just become you. Like Amalek did, like Jewish people did. They just become you. You understand? They are fugitives and vagabonds. Read.
And the earth. And it shall come to pass that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
Because Cain understood that without the Lord's face being on you, being hid from his face, meaning all your enemies could kill you. Now, who the hell is Cain talking about? First of all, if I leave, Lord, everyone that find me gonna kill me. Right. He ain't talking about Adam and Eve. Abel is gone. But Lord, if I'm hid from your face, everyone, that's people, right, everyone that find me shall kill me. That's one, brother Kamash. Read.
Verse 15. And the Lord said unto him, therefore, whoever slayeth Cain, vengeance shall be taken on him sevenfold.
And the Lord had the word passed around. Anybody that killed Cain, vengeance going to be taken upon you. He warning people. People were warned. The word went out for nobody to kill Cain or touch Cain, or the Lord will deal with you. Go ahead.
And the Lord set a mark upon Cain, lest any finding him should kill him.
Any who? Any people. He set a mark on Cain. What was that mark? That mark is what you see when you see a Caucasian man, when you see an Edomite, when you see a white person. That lack of pigment, that skin that they got. Right. That skin where you see in the blood through their skin. That's the mark that was put on Cain. And that's the mark of the murderer. He had the mark of bloodshed. You ever heard the term blood on your hands? That's the mark that was given to Cain. The mark of blood. And whenever anybody see him, they say, whoa, hold up. Oh, this is Cain. Right. That's the mark of blood. He killed his brother. Nobody's to kill him. Nobody's to kill him. Or vengeance, or God will take vengeance on you. Read.
Okay. Verse 15. Verse 16. And Cain went out from the presence of the Lord.
So Cain left the Garden of Eden. That's what it means, the presence of the Lord. He left our motherland, the land of Israel. Go ahead.
And dwelt in the land of Nod.
And went and dwelled in a land called Nod. Go ahead.
On the east of Eden.
Right.
Verse 17.
It was east of our land. Go ahead.
And Cain knew his wife.
And Cain did what?
knew his wife.
Cain knew his wife. So Kamash, where in the hell did this wife come from?
Right.
Where does wife come from? You understand? He went and got married. He went and found him a woman and got married because there were other people on the earth who had daughters, who had sisters. There was other women on the earth, not just Eve. There was other men on the earth, not just Adam.
Right.
You understand? Adam and Eve were just the first two to come into the grace of the Most High God.
Right.
Adam was the first man to come into the truth, and Eve was his woman. You understand? The first woman to come into the truth. You understand? And so Cain, read it again.
And Cain knew his wife.
And
she conceived.
And she had babies. And she got pregnant. Go ahead.
And bare Enoch.
Go ahead.
And he builded a city and called the name of the city after the name of his son Enoch.
Go ahead.
Verse 18. And unto Enoch was born Irad.
Okay, so they go into the lineage. But then you read down, you're going to see Cain got some other wives. He had more than one wife. You understand? Which was the culture that the Most High set up on the earth. Cain had other wives. He got these women from the children of the other people that were on the earth. You understand? Right. So I'm going to go up to them earlier questions. Do you have that in front of you? I can't pull it up on my phone for some reason. They stopped me from scrolling too far. I had a couple of questions early in the show.
I can't grab it right now.
You can't get it. Oh, man. Hey, Salaki, I think a couple sisters said there's some questions. Or one sister sent in two questions. Resend it because we can't access it right now. It won't let us scroll up far enough to see your questions. I know it was two scriptures. Repost it again. And we'll go into your question, sis. If you're still with us, let's see. Let's go to. So we talked about the Christian Israelite, the black Christian, right? So speaking of Christian Israelites, let's go into the weed users, the weed story.
Okay.
Since we on the topic of Christian Israelites, they love their weed. Believe it or not, they love it. They put it in cookies, everything. Some Israelites still believe weed come from the earth, brother. So it's okay. It's okay, you how about see me outside. It's okay, because it comes from the earth. It's like a vegetation. But Lord ain't never say smoke the lettuce or smoke the collard green.
Right.
He didn't say roll it up and smoke it. And guess what? Heroin comes from the earth too, dum-dum.
Right.
Cocaine comes from the earth. It all comes from the earth.
Right.
But the Lord didn't make them things for us to smoke and get high with out of our mind, man.
Right.
You think you smoke weed, you think you ain't no drug addict. You still a drug addict.
Right.
Weed don't do nothing to me. I've been smoking it for 40 years. You don't see Snoop Dogg? Snoop Dogg ain't in his best health and in his best wits.
Right.
You understand? He popular and famous because, like General Hyman brought out the other night, white hippies love him. White people love him because he's like a 60s, 70s hippie. You understand? A weed smoking hippie. You understand? Or Snoop Dogg will tell you he do performances and he turned his back to the show and he revealed that he got a little cheat note because he forgets the lyrics of his songs. He do a show and he turned his back sometimes and he got a little cheat sheet looking to read the lyrics because he done forgot his lyrics. That's what weed affects your brain. Y'all don't know that? And that brain affects your bodily functions, your motors. You know what I'm saying? Weed is not harmless. You understand? Read.
This is from CNN.com. Weed users nearly 25% more likely to need emergency care and hospitalization.
So now, when you compare weed users, they did the study. And weed addicts compared to people who don't smoke weed, they have a 25% higher chance of being rushed to the hospital for some problem, for some ailment. Go ahead.
Using recreational marijuana is associated with a higher risk of emergency room care and being hospitalized for any reason, a new study has found.
Right, for any reason, meaning that weed is affecting your brain. So when parts of your brain is hurt and damaged, other parts of your bodies get damaged and don't work right. And other sicknesses that you might develop normally for short term, because your brain is affected and your brain ain't properly healing them things, you end up worse and getting sick harder for longer and got to go to the emergency room. That's what they saying. Out of the emergency room, a lot of them patients, man, is turning up to be weed addicts. Go ahead.
Cannabis use is not being and is not as being and safe as some might think.
It's benign.
Benign.
Benign is like when you got a benign cancer, it's a cancer that's not dangerous, a cancer that won't spread, a cancer that there's no threat to life, no threat to harm. They can remove it, or you just live with whatever the little thing is, and it don't spread. It's mild. You understand? That's what benign is. So they saying, read that again about benign.
Okay. Cannabis use is not as benign and safe as some might think.
Right. So benign, and it's not as innocent. It does hurt you. They saying.
Right.
It does hurt you. It does harm you. Contrary to what people have been saying for years, it don't hurt nothing. Go ahead.
Said study author Nicholas Bozoris, assistant professor and clinician and investigator in the division of respirology at the Department of Medicine at the University of Toronto.
Right. He works on lungs. He works on your respiratory system. That's the system in your body that breathes.
Right.
Breathes in air and breathes out air. You think that weed smoke don't affect that? Smoke, any smoke affects your lungs, breathing it in and out all the goddamn time.
Right.
You understand? Read.
Our study demonstrates that the use of this substance is associated with serious negative outcomes, specifically emergency department visits and hospitalizations.
Right. So they seeing out of all these emergency department visits and all these hospitalizations of people getting sick and having different problems, they find out a lot of them is smoking this weed, man, heavy. Finding all the weed in their lungs, weed in their system. Go ahead.
Boris said in an email, significant risk of hospitalization. The study, published Monday in the journal BMJ Open Respiratory Research, looked at national health records data for over 30,000 Ontario, Canada residents between the ages of 12 and 65 over a 6-year period.
So they studied people from 12 years old to 65, because these young kids are smoking weed too. Aunts and uncles who are weed addicts, who think weed don't hurt you, ain't nothing wrong, they introducing the children to it. I was one of them children, me and my cousins, you know what I'm saying? Our aunts used to smoke a ton of weed and used to do the shotgun to us. We just thought it was so fun. They said, come on, me do the shotgun in the yard and do this shit, blow the damn weed. It's like a damn stream bean of weed getting forced into your nose or mouth. You know what I mean? From our aunts. These are aunts who love us and took care of us. They surely ain't gonna do nothing to harm us. You understand? That's how most of us as children become drug addicts. You understand? Go ahead.
When compared with people who did not use marijuana, cannabis users were 22% more likely to visit an emergency department or be hospitalized, the study revealed.
Go ahead.
The finding held true even after adjusting the analysis for over 30 other confounding factors, including other illicit drug use, alcohol use, and tobacco smoking.
Okay.
Physical bodily injury was the leading cause of emergency department visits.
Physical bodily injury, meaning when you come, most of the people that come to the emergency room, they come because they didn't hurt themselves physically. They didn't hurt themselves physically. Read on.
And hospitalizations among the cannabis users with respiratory reasons coming in a close second.
And now the weed users come in a close second. You understand? Usually you hurt yourself. It's an emergency. Oh, I broke this, sprained this. I got to go see it now. I hurt real bad now. They're the majority of people that come to the emergency. After that, it's you weed addicts. It's you weed addicts. Go ahead.
Missouri said, marijuana smokers had a higher blood and urine levels of several smoke-related toxins, such as...
Hey, read that again. It was good.
Marijuana smokers...
So when you weed addicts, you marijuana smokers, go ahead.
...had a higher blood and urine levels of several smoke-related toxins.
They had toxins in their blood and in their urine. So this weed is poison in your body. That's what a toxin is. A toxin is poison to the body. And when they studied the blood and the urine of you weed addicts, they found a whole bunch of extra toxins in your system, man, and in your body. Go ahead.
such as naphthalene,
Mm-hmm.
acrylamide,
Right.
and acrylonitrile.
Good enough. Go ahead.
The non-smokers. A 20
The naphthalene and acrylamide and acrylonitrile. Good. Go ahead.
the non-smokers. A 2021 study found naphthalene is associated with anemia, liver, and neurological damage.
Read that again. Where you at?
Naphthalene is associated with anemia.
Anemia, man. Sickle cell anemia. Y'all ever heard of that? That's when your blood cells aren't right.
Right.
You understand? So these toxins coming from weed can affect your goddamn blood cells, man. You can get anemia from that. Anemia, you can die. Read.
Khan. Liver and neurological damage.
Liver. You know what liver does, right? Your liver destroys and gets rid of the toxins that's in your body. It takes it and gets rid of it. You understand? But if your liver is damaged, that means the toxins is so great and so rough, it's destroying your liver. And now the liver can't fight off the little toxins. Because the big toxins is destroying it. Your weed is making your liver not able to get rid of the smaller natural toxins that our body takes in, man. And then it said neurological issue. Neurological what?
And neurological damage.
And neurological damage. That's your brain. That's your brain, man. Neurological damage is your brain and your nerves. Because your brain affects your nerves. Right. Your nerve sensations go up and send signals to your brain. Now the weed messes all that up. You're gonna end up vegetable, man. Right. From damn weed. From weed. You're gonna end up with nerve issues, memory issues, mental issues. You understand? Let alone sick from all the toxins building up in your body, damaging your liver. You understand? Listen, weed is a drug and it is a sin. Proverbs, please.
Okay.
In the book of Proverbs, I think 16 and 27.
Okay.
Weed is just nothing wrong with weed. Nothing happens in weed. I've been smoking weed all these years and nothing has happened to me. Exactly. Nothing has happened to you. Your life is where it was for years ago when you started the weed. Your life ain't never moved forward. You understand? Because your mental capacity is the same. Your thought system is the same. You ain't even thinking ahead, thinking to secure your future, to maintain yourself. You've done nothing with your life in the 3 years you've been smoking weed, because weed just does nothing for you. It does nothing to you, like you said. And you'll do nothing for yourself because of the weed. Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 16 and verse 27.
Uh-huh.
An ungodly man.
An ungodly man, a man that don't follow the Most High. Go ahead.
Diggeth up evil.
Right? Meaning get things out of the earth, like the weed is. Things from the earth, cocaine from the earth, them poppies, and turn them into heroin from the earth. All your Percocets and all that, they come from heroin also. All these things come from the earth. You diggeth up evil. Go ahead.
And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
And you smoke it. You melt it down and burn it in the spoon with the flame. Get your little pipe and you suck all the smoke from the damn vapors that come from that sizzling drug that you concocted, man. You put what did it say? Fire? Say it again.
Okay. And in his lips there is as a burning fire.
Right. You light it up and smoke whatever you getting out of the earth, man, to get high. You're ungodly. That is not of the Most High, man. Now, the Lord ain't killed you yet, so it ain't too late.
Right.
It ain't too late. And who the hell am I to say it's too late for you? I was the worst weed addict. You understand? I'd get paper. I'd run out of weed and start smoking the couch, the chairs, everything. I smoked the refrigerator, smoked the tables. I just wanted to smoke anything. smoking so goddamn much, seeing what's the biggest blunts you can make and all that. But the Lord showed me, listen, nigga, I'm going to kill you if you don't stop. Lost women, you understand? Just bored in life, you understand? That's what it does to you. It stagnates you, let alone kills your liver and your brain and your nerves. You understand? And I was a young man when when the Lord had me quit the weed, man, and give it up. It wasn't that hard. Why? Because I was rolling with brothers who had quit it already. I was rolling with men that was serious about serving the Most High in Christ, and I wanted to be serious like them. So it just took a little discipline, a little sacrifice. Then after a while, it was nothing, man. It was nothing. Hell, I was only smoking it because of the whores I was running with. And hell, if I give up whores, it shouldn't be too hard to give up the weed with the whores. They go together. You understand? So that's that. You understand?
Right.
So that's that. Leave the damn weed alone. I think the sister reposted her question.
Matt Brandon.
Let's get it. Oh, Slock it, brother. I'm sorry, Matt Brandon. I apologize. Go ahead.
Salaki, sir. I can get a breakdown on Romans 15 and 13 about reproach and a general breakdown on Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 67.
Okay, what's the one in Romans first?
Romans 15 and 13.
15, verse 13. All right. They said about reproach. Okay, I don't see the word reproach.
15 and 3.
15 and 3. Okay. No, sir. Let's might as well start at 1.
Okay. This is the book of Romans, chapter 15 and verse 1. We then that are strong ought to bear the infirmities of the weak.
You understand? That's simple. That's like how we roll in this brotherhood in the UPK and the sisterhood. Some of us been here for a while. We're a little more disciplined, a little more experienced. We can fight evil and temptation very easy now because we've been trained. Commander General Yohanan trained us well. You understand? And so now, and a lot of you captains, you understand? You've been in here for a while. Some of you officers have been around, and you done learn the ways of the Lord and how the Spirit rolls, and you done become disciplined in it. So you a lot stronger than a young man that might come in. You understand? And have problems and still find it hard. And he trying to quit the weed and quit weed for a year, but he go home and he smell the weed from his neighbors and all that, and it pulls him. And it pulls him. He ain't as strong. He should depend on the stronger brothers, man. The brothers that have been through there like I did when I first gave it up. You understand? Get down with the brothers that's stronger than that. They can help him out, give him scriptures, roll with them. Just roll with them and get his mind off the things that make you want to smoke the weed. Most times it's some hoe or boredom, you know what I'm saying, or some mess, some pain you're going through, some hell, some problem, make you just want to get high in the world. You understand? But you come into the truth and you get rid of all that, man. Now you got purpose. Now you got purpose. You got a mission, man. You're going to study, get smarter, get wiser, go out on these streets, man. Help build this nation. You can be real busy in this school, man. We need laborers, hell. You understand? And so the brothers that's strong are to bear the infirmities of the weak. You understand? And sometimes even the brothers that's strong, it might be a certain thing where they weak at. They know other brothers in the school that's strong in that area, and they go to them and rely on them. You understand? You know how many times I buy the confession good for the soul. I didn't cry to General Yohanan. You understand? I done cried in my weak times and different things growing up in this truth. Things that Satan was attacking me on, man. I needed some understanding because it was hurting, you understand? And got the right counsel, man, from the men of God. Ain't nothing like that. Right. Ain't nothing like that. Once it's over, them tears go away and you stronger than you ever been. You stronger than you ever been where you could save lives of anybody and everybody that's going through the same things. You understand? So that's the weak, man. Brothers that are weak, bear the infirmity, brothers that are strong, bear the infirmities of the weak. Go ahead.
And not to please ourselves.
And don't be so selfish. Don't be so selfish when you see a brother struggling with something. You know you're an expert in it, and you just gonna let him learn on his own. That ain't how we roll in the ISUBK. Let him, he gotta learn from his mistakes. Let him learn. No. He gonna learn from my mistakes. He gonna learn from me. I'm gonna come on, brother. Let me show you. Listen, I did this. I used to do this. Come do this. Let's do this, man. Let's go get a Drake, man. Let's go do this. You understand? Forget that hoe, man. It's $1 million. The Lord will give you 1,000,000 times better than her. 10 of them. You understand? We confide in each other, man. And the strong bear the infirmities of the weak, and not to please ourselves. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Let every one of us please his neighbor.
Right.
For his good to edification.
For his good to edification. This is in the spirit saying how you should love your neighbor as yourself, which is your brother. Love your brother the way you would want help in your times of weakness, the way you would want help when you're strong, the way you would want support when you need support. Support your brothers, man.
Right.
This is the spirit of brotherhood. Support your brothers for his good edification. I know you know this already. I know you understand already, but he don't. He need that thing that you know. He needs it. Give it to him. Read.
Verse 3. For even Christ pleased not himself.
For even Christ pleased not himself. He wasn't selfish when he walked this earth. He didn't come here and say, I got to do things for me to please me. No, all that he did was for his brothers and for his nation, man.
Right.
Everything that he did was for us today. It was for them brothers back then and for us today.
Right.
That's how deep Christ was. He did things not only for the men that rode with him back then and the brothers who believed in the Most High and the sisters. He did it for all the brothers and sisters would be born afterward.
Right.
This down with the Most High. He did all that for us, not himself. You understand? He did not please himself. Go ahead.
But as it is written, the reproaches of them that reproached thee fell on me.
Right. The reproaches of him, meaning the sins, brother. The sins, the evils, the breaking of the law. That's a reproach to the Most High. When you eat pork, you understand? When you're smoking weed, when you're being homosexual, when you're going against this Bible, going against the ISUPK, those are reproaches.
Right.
And it was written in the Old Testament that the reproaches of the Israelites that reproached the Most High fell on Christ. Because in the Old Testament, it was written about Christ. Isaiah 63 or 61 is one example. It said he was bruised for our sakes. It said that in the Old Testament. He was bruised for our sakes because of what we did. Right. And that's what this is saying. Them reproaches that we reproach the Most High, it fell on our King, man. He died for that. He was punished for what we did, not for what he did. Wow. He died for what he did. So that's what the reproach means in the scripture. Go ahead to what's his other question?
A general breakdown, Deuteronomy 28 and 67.
Deuteronomy 28 and 67. Let's get it.
Okay.
Deuteronomy, let me get with you. 28, verse 67. All right. So let me see. I started 64. Why not? I'm going to read down to 67. Go ahead.
Okay.
Once again, Deuteronomy 28 are the curses and the blessings of the Most High. First half of Deuteronomy 28, he said, if we hearken and obeyed, meaning if we learned his laws and then actually obeyed them and executed his laws, statutes, and commandments, he would bless us in every way.
Right.
But then halfway down, the 15th verse, I believe, it tell you if we did not hearken and obey his statutes and commandments that he gave to Moses to give to Israel, then curses would come upon us and overtake us. And we reading the curses right now. 64.
Okay. This is the book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 64.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people.
So now that's a punishment. We were supposed to be a nation united, but because of our evil, we were divided and separated now. That's why Israelites are in North America, South America, Puerto Rico, UK, Canada, Trinidad, Jamaica, Brazil. We all over the earth. Israelites in damn Vietnam, Israelites in Russia, Israelites in Germany, Israelites in Poland, Israelites in Australia. I just saw a video where a group of brothers and sisters was in Australia made a video saying, yeah, man, we keep hearing that ain't no black people in Australia. Then what the hell are we? They in there dressed for the cold and all that. I said, what the hell are we? You see all these black people, is a whole Israelite community in Australia. You understand? It's like, ain't no black Eskimos. Here we go. What the hell are we? Yeah, that's always been a lie. Sloppy. If you can put those few quarters in, I'll wait for you, cuz. No sweat. You understand? Like, we got Israelites all over the place. Listen, what's that basketball player? Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman, his father, I believe it was, his father was in the Vietnam War and left a ton of babies over there in Vietnam by them damn Vietnamese. Got Vietnamese mothers, had sex with them women, and left babies over there. Dennis Rodman got Vietnamese family over in Vietnam. Wherever Israelites go, we leave babies, man. We leave babies. And so that's how, because of the Lord's punishment and because of us disobeying him, you know, we were scattered into all these other places and made babies there and grew up there for generations. So it's families of Israelites scattered all over the earth, man. All over the earth. That's why the Lord said, let the wheat grow amongst the tares, because a lot of times you don't know who's an Israelite. That's why they try to say, but this Ghana and this African and that African, they could still be Israelites. Well, they could be, but they say they're African. You understand? If a brother or sister, no, my father is this, my father is Jamaican, my father is this, and we know he's an Israelite, fine. But if he say, well, I'm from Ghana and I'm this and that and this and that, he's a Hamite to us. Now, that ain't our business. We ain't letting him in this school. But you don't know. We don't know. That's why he's not coming into school. Right. Because we don't know. The Lord said the wheat and the tare is going to come up and grow together, but at the time of the harvest, in the end, the wheat going to be separated from the tare. So listen, the Lord will separate them. In the end, the Lord going to make it known who's Israel and who's not for the ones that we ain't sure about. Right. So don't sweat it. The Lord will know who they are, but they ain't got to sit up in here smelling and looking like Hamites. You understand? They ain't got to sit up in here, you know. So the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. Go ahead. That's why black people are called American. That's why there are black people called Germans. You know, there's black people called French. There's black folk Polish people. And again, the video I just talked about, there's black Australians. Right. You understand? Listen, there's even black Africans. And I ain't talking about the indigenous Africans because they not black. Right. They just brown. They just got dark skin like us. Right. You understand? But black is a whole nother thing, being black. You understand? Our brown, I noticed through all my years in the truth and seeing Israelites and seeing them, our brown ain't even the same brown as them. Look at the Arabs brown. They brown too. But you don't mistake them for us. They got a whole nother brown than we got. Right. You understand? It's like a dusty brown, in my opinion. It's like a plain, just a dusty dust. Like they've been rolling in the sand type of dusty brown. Our brown, even when we ashy, even I see little Israelite kids that's ashy, our brown still is shiny. Even in that ash. You see under that ash, there's a shine under there. All they need is a little baby oil, a little lotion. Our brown is totally different from their brown. You understand? Read.
Wow. From the one end of the earth, even unto the other.
From one end of the earth, even to the other, we are everywhere. Go ahead.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And again, we in every religion on this earth. Every religion. We got black people worshiping the river god. You see little shows and comedy skits about worshiping the head of lettuce. There are black people worshiping heads of lettuce. In reality, every religion that's out here, Israelites are in. Because we in these curses. Read.
Right. There thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known.
Right. Go ahead.
Even wood and stone.
Wood and stone. Y'all know we filling up the Muslim mosque trying to be an Arab, worshiping a stone, the Kaaba stone. We in church worshiping the wooden cross. Did the same people who created the religion burn the crosses on our lawns, then we join their religion and worship the damn cross when it ain't on fire. You understand? Read.
Verse 65. And among these nations.
And once again, nations mean races. Your nation is your race. We are the nation or race of Israel. You understand? And among these other nations, all these other races, go ahead.
Shalt thou find no ease.
And listen, it's 2022. We still ain't found no ease amongst them. And a few people, very few, is finally starting to listen to us and start to separate their love from these people, because you're not going to find no ease with them.
Right.
No matter how much you love them and show them you love them and worship their gods, you're not going to find any ease with them. No peace. Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest.
And when you think you can relax and have a career and be buddies with them, they're going to always show you that you're not buddy with them. You're not one of them. Like the black Jewish guy found out in the earlier story. He want to relax and be Jewish and sit with the rabbis and be Jewish, when Jewish people want him to get the hell away from us, man. Go hide him in the kitchen, because he ain't going to have no rest for his foot. Read.
But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
Trembling heart. We always afraid, always in fear. Kids can't go to the store. Grandmas can't walk the street. Gun violence amongst each other everywhere, because we so oppressed and can't hurt the devil who causing our oppression. So we take it out on each other, man. A lot of us going insane under this oppression, man, till we hurt each other. Because that's what we maybe can get away with. If we hurt each other and you don't have the Lord, you turn toward each other. Read.
And failing of eyes.
And failing of eyes. Go ahead.
And sorrow of mind.
Sorrow of mind, man. You in hell. You're depressed. You're smoking weed. You're getting high. So your mind ain't right already from the drugs. And you're depressed. You got bipolar, schizophrenia. You understand? We need medicine. All of us, hell. Home taking some form of medication. Go ahead.
Verse 66. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
And everybody's life in doubt in this hell. We're a little more confident and a little more safe in the ISUPK, of course. But these streets ain't no place. You could not make it home anytime. Your children cannot make it home anytime, because some idiot can go up in their daycare and murder everybody. Some idiot can go up in your elementary school of your babies and murder everybody. Some idiot can go into your job, mad at the boss and mad at people, and shoot you and a few others before he get to the boss. Nothing is guaranteed unless you're standing with the man who controls life or death. That's the only safety.
Right.
Unless you walk with the man who controls life or death, which in the ISUBK, we fight to do exactly that. Your life gonna hang in doubt. Go ahead.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
And you're going to be afraid day and night, man. Niggas sleeping with their gun, trying to get more guns, just afraid, because they're afraid somebody going to creep in the house and blow their brains out while they sleep. So they sleep with the gun, got cans next to the front door, got noise makers all over the door and windows. So if somebody moved that window, boys, that cans is rattling. And you jumping up with the gun because you scared to death every goddamn day. Who wants to live like that? Who wants to live like that, man? Go ahead.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
And have no assurance of your life. Nobody's guaranteed to make it through the day. At least in the ISUPK, we understand who we roll with. And we understand that even in this walk with Christ and walk for the Most High, we can lose our life in this, but we lose it proudly because it's for a reason, man. And like the scriptures say, to live for Christ is the most beautiful thing on the earth. And to die for Christ is the same glory. We're going to be on the chariots first. We still going to get the kingdom. So it's a win-win.
Right.
It's a win-win. Go ahead.
Verse 67. In the morning.
And this is his question scripture, right? Go ahead.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
In the morning, your life going to be so much full of hell and problems and the kids and your evil ass wife and your whore daughter, that when you wake up and realize I'm still in this hell, I'm still in this life, oh man, I wish it was nighttime. I wish it was bedtime so I could just go back to sleep. I wish I can go back to sleep. And this is when you first wake up. You know you got a hell of a day coming. You know you're going to have to answer to these guys. You owe money. You on the run. So you wishing the day could be over with so you can just go back to sleep. So you can go back to sleep. Go ahead. That's what it means. In the morning thou shalt say, would it God were even. I wish it was the evening. I wish it was the evening. As soon as you wake up, you wish the day was over because you know you're about to go through a day of hell. because every one of your days is hell. Read.
And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning.
And in the evening, you're going to say, man, I wish I can get through this night. I wish this night was over. Some slavery you hate, some boss treating you like dirt. You understand that you got to be on because you got to pay your bills. You like, man, I'll be glad when this shift's over, man. I got this damn night shift. I'll be glad when it's morning. It's like whatever time you in, you pray to God that time go by fast and you was in a different time. That's all these mean. Read.
For the fear of thine heart, wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
And that's a hell, man. The Lord could put you in exactly that kind of hell where wherever when it's morning, you wake up in the morning, you in that hell, you wishing this day just finished. You wishing it just finished and get over with. And then when the nighttime comes, you wishing, man, let it be tomorrow. This day is hell again. I wish it. You just waiting for all your hellish days to go by, so maybe one day you'll have some peace because of the hell that you in for disobeying the Most High. For disobeying the Most High. That's all it's saying. What's the time check? 12:49. What I got time for? Let me go to. I'm gonna go to the 4th of July story. Go to that Chief Keef story. Okay. We just had the 4th of July Monday, all the fireworks, all the blow them up. Listen, July 4th, aka Independence Day, it has got nothing to do with black people, yet we bust them firecrackers and shoot our guns and we celebrate like we actually free. Like we are actually free, man. It's insane how we take on our murderers' customs, man, and try to celebrate with him. And our Christian minds, because of that damn Christian church, that evil whorehouse called the Christian church, they done convinced us that maybe if Master see how relentless we are is celebrating with him and doing the things that he do, maybe even though he murdering us every day, maybe he'll say, you know what? Let's stop murdering these people, man. Look at how they celebrate July 4th. They're just as much as patriots as we are. They love the red, white, and blue. Look at them. They think we're dealing with a human being when we're dealing with our oppressor, but he is not a human being. He doesn't think like human beings would normally think. You understand? So this is a video, Slocky. This is a video. We're gonna show this. I think he's a rapper. This cat, Chief Keef, right? I heard his name before. You know what I'm saying? He's an Israelite, of course, and he's celebrating the 4th of July. Let's look at the video of him and his July 4th celebration and the things that could happen when you defy the Lord. Because God is against the 4th of July. He said, I despise your solemn assemblies, meaning any gathering or celebrations you're having that he don't approve of, that he didn't create. He hates them. And he said, I will not smell your fatted beasts. I'm paraphrasing. I will not smell the food. I will not enjoy watching you enjoy the celebrations because he's against them. You understand? So he looking at it with hatred and anger while you smiling and celebrating, you know, these evil pagan holidays with your oppressor. Let's look at this video. Should be right here. Look at that. Blowing up. I don't know why. Blowing up all over the place, man. They lighting fireworks. Now they got to run high because it can start exploding all over the grid. It's supposed to go up into the sky. Play it again. It's supposed to go up into the sky and be beautiful in their minds and celebrate Independence Day. But the Lord showed them that they ain't independent. The Lord made them run slaves. Look, ow, run, recover, hide. Now these niggas is hiding and running. That's what happens, man. Celebrating the oppressive evil pagan holidays. Things backfire and go wrong because the Lord then turned his back on it. Give me that next story about the 2 cops. Same July 4th, a July 4th celebration in Philadelphia. at Philadelphia's Art Museum, also called the Parkway. Something happened. You understand? Let's read that, and this will probably be my last story. Maybe. Oh, man, I ain't going to Creflo Dollar.
Come on. This is NBCPhiladelphia.com.
Mm-hmm.
2 cops shot during July 4th fireworks.
2 police shot during the Philadelphia July 4th fireworks. Go ahead.
$2,000,
$20,000.
so 20,000 20,000 reward for arrest.
Right, and they offering 20,000 for anybody that know anything, meaning they haven't caught the people who did the shooting, person or people that did the shooting and shot these 2 cops. Read.
Gunfire near the Philadelphia Art Museum during the city annual July 4th fireworks show left 2 police officers shot. Mayor Kennedy apologized in an interview with NBC 10 for saying after the shooting that he looked forward to no longer being mayor earlier Tuesday.
He apologized. He tired of being mayor, man. He tired of all the BS going on. Yeah, I'm tired of being mayor, but then he came back and apologized. Read.
Okay. Philadelphia Police Union is offering a $20,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of a suspect.
They go them killers and gangsters. That police union, boy, they the top mafia in America. You understand? That police union. They are well funded. They are very well politically correct, politically connected. You understand? They are the strongest group of organized crime criminals in America. The police union. And so they raise a little 20,000, which is nothing for them, because they pay millions when they murder you. When they murder you, they pay big money just to shut you up and for you to leave their officers alone, because they want to put them back on the job. They don't care that you died. They just want you to stop making a big deal about it. So what? They killed your family. That's what we do. He shouldn't have been there. You understand? Shut up. Take this 100,000. Take this million. There's nothing to them. You understand? Read.
And the bizarre and so far unexplained gunfire that injured 2 police officers during the city's annual July 4th fireworks show on the Ben Franklin Parkway.
Mm-hmm.
A city officer sustained a graze wound to the head, and a Montgomery County Sheriff deputy suffered a gunshot wound to the right shoulder.
So one Philadelphia cop, he got a graze wound to his head, man, to his head. I mean, that bullet could have yoked his cranium out. You know what I'm saying? You better thank the Lord. A graze wound to the head, and then a deputy was there also. I think a sheriff's deputy, did it say?
Okay.
A sheriff's deputy was there to help out with the police. He got hit in the shoulder. Go ahead.
And the shooting that erupted almost immediately at the onset of the fireworks over the Philadelphia Art around 9:45 p.m.
Right, 9:45, them fireworks started. Boom, 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 boom. And somebody or some people with guns said, now it's time, bop, 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 and started letting loose with them guns to mask the sound. Because when you read, I don't know if it's here or further down, you can read on the police going to say they didn't even hear the gunshots because of all the exploding, all the dynamite and the colorful explosions going on. They didn't even hear the gunshots. Go ahead.
Both were treated and released from Thomas Jefferson University Hospital.
So it ended up not being serious because they was treated and released. Go ahead.
They were identified Tuesday as City Officer Sergio Diggs, age 36, and Deputy John Foster, age 44. Diggs is a 13-year veteran of the Philadelphia Police Department.
Right. Go ahead.
We were inches away from planning a funeral for at least one brave Philadelphia Highway Patrol officer as the bullets lodged in his cap. Fraternal Order of Police.
1 inch. What is that?
We were inches away.
Inches away, meaning that bullet, if it was inches closer, would have hit that brain and he would have been dead. They would have been planning a funeral. So they were inches away from planning his funeral. Go ahead.
Okay. Fraternal Order of Police Lodge number 5, President John McNasby said Tuesday while offering the reward money, there are too many guns on our streets and far too many individuals acting recklessly with these deadly weapons.
Gun. And which, you know, there aren't too many guns on the street. You understand? It's just either our oppressor, he's the mass murderer. He's the murderer of the earth. Everybody's learning from him. That's the problem. The problem is him. If you take guns from white people, crime will go down everywhere.
Right.
You understand? Listen, even if there were still guns, if you take it from him and the other nations had guns, there would probably still be shooting because different races, they fight each other. You understand? But nobody kills like this Caucasian man.
Right.
Nobody murders the way he murdered. Black people get mad, shoot a whole crowd of people and only hit 2 or 3 people.
Right.
When we get mad, we shoot at a whole group of people and miss and end up hitting an old lady in some house across the street. You understand? But white people, boy, they are the masters of murder. They know how to murder a lot. You understand? Right. They know how to murder a whole bunch. And when blacks and Hispanics, when black and brown people do these things, we get it from them.
Right.
We get it from them, their movies, their video games. Man, they got video games where you snatching people out the car, blowing their brains out. Then you running down the street from the police and a lady is walking her dog and you get points for blowing her brains out. There are video games like that. Now, when you got an animal like white kids playing these games, that's in their brains. And it's in their brains in a rough way. You understand? It's like, I gotta do this. I gotta join the police force, but I'm too stupid. They're not gonna let me be the police. I keep trying. They won't even let me join the Boy Scouts. I'm so dumb. You understand? So they get daddy's AK and they make that game come to life. That cat that shot our brothers and sisters at that damn supermarket, the shops, was it Tops supermarket. He had a camera, he had the gun showing just like it is on the game, and you see him just raising it and shooting, just like it is on them games. He was in a full-out video game, murdered our brothers and sisters, man. And when we act just like these animals, we do the same type of things.
Right.
It wasn't normal for blacks and Hispanics to do mass shootings,
right.
But because we watch them and we learn from them, and we're so weak and Christian, we try to be like them. And part of being like them is trying to be a murderer like them. You understand? Trying to be a murderer. Like that's what our Hispanic brother just did to all them babies, man, in Uvalde. Shot all them babies trying to do what white people do. Trying to do what the oppressor do. But he met a whole different demise than the white boy who shot them brothers and sisters. The white boy that shot them brothers and sisters was gently handcuffed and put in a car and taken sweetly to jail. The Hispanic brother found out that he ain't white.
Right.
He do them murders and now he's dead and in the ground. You understand? We don't live like them and we're not supposed to live like them.
Right.
But when we do these heinous things, you can always tell who we learned it from. You can tell who we learned it from. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. You understand? I'll see y'all next week. We finish some of these stories that I didn't go into. Miss Creflo Dollar, I know Commander General Yohana, he'll go into it tonight, most likely.